Hi, I am Kathie, and this is Annie, and we are coming to you from our Eat to Live kitchen here at the North Bay Seventh-day Adventist Church. And we're going to be talking today about healthy plant-based diets in a hurry. And everybody knows that in our busy lifestyle, fast foods seem to offer a solution to time constraints and fast, easy meals. This, however, does not benefit those who want to eat to live and are looking to be healthy. Cooking delicious, nutritious meals often requires more preparation than throwing a steak on the grill or stopping by one of the many fast food restaurants on the way home from work. But with a little foresight and a handful of quick, delicious meals or recipes, you can enjoy a wonderful meal in minutes. Today we are going to demonstrate one of our favorite vegan recipes. It's linguine with artichoke hearts. This dish takes only about 30 minutes, start to finish, or even less, I would say. And what we do to start is we're going to go to the stove, and in 3 quarts of boiling water, which we have our water boiling right here, we are going to salt the water, because anytime you have a pasta, you definitely would like to have it salted. It tastes so much better that way. And when it gets up to boiling, then we will put in our linguine noodles. And I believe that's 16 ounces?
8 ounces.
8 ounces, sorry, I was off. 8 ounces of linguine noodles. Okay. In the meantime, while this is cooking, Annie will be working on something else over at our station.
So I am going to saute 1 small onion or half of a large onion. And I'm going to turn this on medium. And add just a little oil, about a tablespoon of oil. And I'm going to use this large knife for chopping the onion. I'm going to cut it in half from top to bottom and then lay it down and slice it, trying to keep it together. This is the fastest way I've found to chop an onion. And then I'm going to slice it the other way while I'm holding it together. And if you don't like chopping onion, you can always throw it in the food processor for a few seconds.
Well, isn't that a faster way for most people? You are one of the fastest choppers I have ever seen, but most people, if you throw it in the microwave, in the
Food
processor, it goes really quickly.
And we will saute these for about 3 minutes. All right, so while this is sauteing, I will cut the mushrooms. I've already washed them. I always like to wash them before using them. I like to use a smaller knife for that. Now I'm just going to cut them in half and then sort of make smaller sections. The recipe calls for 3 large mushrooms, but I didn't have large ones, so we're just using a few more of the smaller ones. Works just as well.
Well, in our family, we love mushrooms, so we add. What kind of mushrooms are these, Annie?
These are the portobello.
They look like portobello to me.
They have a little more flavor than the white button mushrooms.
I think they have a little bit more texture to them, too. Almost meat-like. I think that's one of the reasons that they use these, that we use these. Because it
I think so.
gives a good texture.
All right, that looks good. Give these a quick stir. It's looking good.
Oh.
I'm ready to add the garlic now. And the garlic press here is the easiest way to chop it really fine. And then you just smash it through. And I will put the other half in, using 1 clove of garlic. Then I use my knife and scrape it off. Now if you don't have a garlic press, you can just chop it with a knife really fine. That will work just as well.
This is just a whole lot faster.
That's right. It is. Handy little tool.
It really is.
Okay, we're going to let that saute just a little before I put the mushrooms in.
Well, what we have done at our home is we have a menu that we use for that particular week, which we it kind of gives us an idea of what we're going to be eating, so we can go to the store and get the ingredients that we need, and what makes it faster sometimes is we can use one recipe for several things.
Several different meals, yeah.
For instance, we will make chili, vegetable chili one day, and then we will have cornbread with the vegetable chili, and then later on in the week we will use the chili in the burritos, and it makes it really a delicious burrito, and that's one of our favorite recipes also. Also, we have a delicious vegan cream sauce that we can use as far as making our cream of mushroom soup, and then we will take part of it for that, and part of it will be used for something like creamed asparagus over noodles, and we love that as well.
Good.
And so you're just making it once, and you easily pull it right out of the refrigerator, what you have left over, for your next meal or for a meal down the line as far as cooking. Now, how's
So
that
these-
going?
It's going. The mushrooms haven't let out all their water yet,
I see that.
so we'll cook them a little longer.
What is the little trick that you put in? Don't you put a little salt in that helps them cook faster?
Sometimes I will sprinkle a little salt on the mushrooms.
And on
I gave the onions a little already.
okay, I didn't realize.
Yep. just a little.
Okay, I guess it's about time that I can work on these artichoke hearts. And
I think so.
I will tell you what, we love artichokes. But not all artichokes are alike. If you go to the store and just buy a can of artichoke hearts, usually you'll come home with hard pieces on the, and it doesn't make it nice and smooth in your dish. But we have found that if you get baby tender artichokes, look for the tenderest ones you can find. You don't have to take off any of the hard places on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my specialty knife here that is excellent for. So what I'm going to do is cut them in two directions. So cut it this way and this way. And we will and they are tender. They just kind of fall apart very easily, but it's okay because in the dish it doesn't matter. It just really comes out good. Okay. We are down to it. Now, those are all ready to go when the onions and the mushrooms get done.
Good.
Now,
where's the tomato? All right, now I'm going to take the tomato and drop it in the boiling water with the linguine for about 20 seconds. And then I'm going to take it out. That'll make the peel slip off really easy. And when I take it out, I'm going to drop it into cold water to make it so I can handle it.
Mm-mm. Well, in the meantime, I am going to be cutting some fresh basil from our garden. And I'm going to use a...
Right there. Whatever.
No, I wanted to use
Knife?
this knife. A chef's knife, the large chef's knife. Does better for me, I think.
And we will saute that right in here with these?
Right.
In just a moment.
When those are done cooking?
Very close.
Yep, we will.
All right. Let's see.
Now, everybody cuts things differently. Annie would be snipping these with scissors. So we had this if Annie was going to be using scissors. And I prefer a knife. Okay. Now what we need with this is 1 teaspoon. I
1
believe.
teaspoon.
Yeah, they said a half a teaspoon of
Dried basil.
dried basil.
So it can go either way, fresh or dried. All right, here's my tomato. Okay. Yep. All right. I'm going to peel this tomato. I'm just going to cut the skin a little, and then it should peel right off. There we go. That boiling water does a trick to it.
Mm.
All right. And then I'm going to cut it in half and then into thin little wedges. Cut out the stem.
All right, I need some salt.
All right, I think.
Do we have a measuring spoon? No.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. It's somewhere. I think this
Okay.
is ready for your basil.
Okay, but we also need about a half a teaspoon, about like that,
Of salt.
salt
Okay.
in here, yeah. And we're going to put in the basil, which is a teaspoon of basil, and fresh basil.
Stir this basil in so it can get sauteed.
Mm-hmm.
Flavors can blend.
And when you get that stirred in, I'm going to
Drop those in.
drop them in. Yep.
Very good. And we're just going to saute it another minute or two.
Doesn't take much.
Oh. Here's this. Where did this go?
Oh, that goes right in there. Half a cup of spaghetti sauce,
And
which
the
is
tomatoes?
which is any kind of healthy tomato sauce that you get out of the store.
Basic.
You know, basic,
And tomato sauce.
or marinara. They're both comparable. You just place that right in there. Okay, and does the tomatoes go in now?
Yes. Tomatoes too.
Okay. And it's looking really good right now, and it's smelling even better.
All right. And
So
our
I'm-
linguine is done, so I'm going to drain it.
It's getting me hungry. Okay, now we just are waiting for the draining of the pasta.
We used a fresh tomato, but you can also use a can of stewed tomatoes if you don't have the fresh. They work too. I'm going to go ahead and slide the pasta in. Stir it up.
Nicely fills up your pan.
Yep, makes a nice little meal.
Like I said, it's one of our favorite meals. I think we all get excited when we hear we're having linguine with artichoke hearts.
All right.
Okay. Now I'm going to you know what? I would love to use that spaghetti fork for dishing it up. Now, actually, this recipe was adapted from a bistro that somebody had gone to a bistro and they kind of adapted the recipe, and I think it makes a wonderful, wonderful meal. And I will show you. This is the cookbook that we got it from. Barbara Watson is the author, and we found that it's really, really good, and it's quick. And we're all done.
And this serves about 4?
Serves about 4. And when we make it at home, we double the recipe. And not only is this a fast, nutritious meal, it makes a beautiful presentation. The best part is that it tastes even better than it looks. Thank you, and we hope to see you next time.